So, due to your impressive background, I've read a lot about how professional you are with multimedia and journalism and all of that sorts of stuff and fields. So, what information can you give us about this in a way that we could improve our day to day lives with such stuff like these, like in a field like these?
Are you specifically talking about journalism or?
Multimedia and journalism, both of them. But usually, I think you're into multimedia more than journalism, or
Well, I teach multimedia in the context of journalism,
right?
so I don't um, really have much to do with multimedia outside of the journalism world, a little bit, but not very much.
Oh,
So most of
okay.
my work is journalism based.
All right. So, as a journalist, what kind of stuff do you recommend for us in order to do to improve with the fields that we're in? Because we have some stuff and projects to do with journalism as well and university, and we're kind of into it. But my teacher kind of asked, what kind of information that we could grab from you as a professional that would help us in our day to day lives as well, like with journalism.
Well, I hope this is answering the question, but I think one of the things that's important about multimedia and about using it well is it's a good way to get people to be interested in the news, their communities, what's happening around them. A lot of times, video, for instance, will connect people to a story in a way when they get to meet an
Right.
individual, or by giving sort of pieces of information in an interactive graphic, it might make it easier for them to understand. Plus,
Yeah.
there's that sort of element of being able to play with something and touch something. So I think multimedia can be a big part of getting people to be interested in a story and to really spend time and understand it better. And
Oh.
then on the sort of on the more business side, I guess we do know that multimedia helps people stay longer on a website. So if you're selling advertising, for instance,
Right.
or on the business side, it's really good. The longer people stay on a website, it's a metric called time spent. That's a very valuable thing to advertisers, and they like
Right.
to advertise on websites where people come and spend a long time.
On the
Does that
website. Yeah.
answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, it does. So people usually they prefer to do advertisements about their things to do with websites more than any other type of advertisement, right? Like for example, they choose websites instead of choosing brochures or any other things. But that's the message.
Well, no, the message is that if you have a website and you're looking to get advertisers and sell advertising, one of the things advertisers look for is who is your audience and
Oh,
who is coming to you and how often do they come? Do they come regularly?
yeah.
Do they like you? Do they stay a long time? And so we know that they stay a long time if they're using multimedia, right? Because if it takes video 3 minutes to play, they're going to stay for that 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the point there, is that if you're trying to sell something interesting for advertisers as part of your journalism business, it can be an important part of what your website does.
Oh, okay. And in one of the websites, while I was researching to know information about you, one of them said something to do with reshaping, or you're trying to reshape something to do with storytelling. You have something to do with storytelling, right?
Yeah, yes, I think that's what is exciting to me about multimedia is we sort of, in our businesses, whether it's been television or newspapers, we
Right.
have sort of a single kind of thing that we do. And I think multimedia lets us think so differently about things. Do we tell everything this way, or do we tell parts of it with video and parts of it with text and parts of it with graphics that move? Do we tell it as a game? Do we, um, you know, there's all kinds of different ways we can explore, and so I think doing that, mobile devices give us, can we do it with our audience?
Yeah.
Can we, pull social media into this? What are all the different ways that we can now tell stories that we couldn't do before?
Oh, well, it kind of helps. Like, because some people, I think, they're more interested in watching videos or games. So it depends on the target audience that you're trying to achieve. Like, what goal is it? So I think it depends on the people if you want to transmit the message through image or text or so on and so forth, right?
Right, and that's one of the things that multimedia gives you, this option to reach maybe more people. We've been good at reaching the people, for instance, who like to read, and that's good. I mean, that's an important audience, but not everyone. That's not the favorite way to learn.
Yeah.
So if you have multiple ways for people to access a story or understand a story, that can be really helpful.
Right. All right, and what can you recommend for us to try to do or to try in order to improve our study in such field like multimedia, like in particular journalism? Because in journalism, we don't have much background, like when we study about it. So what kinds of stuff can you tell me or help me with in order to improve in the university?
Well, I think there's a couple things you can do as a student, one of which is just to pay attention to what's going on and the different ways news organizations are using all these different elements. There's some really, really interesting things going on all around the world.
Yeah.
I would say the other thing is to pick one of these tools and really learn it and figure out, if it's using databases, it's figuring out how to understand them and produce on the web with them, or graphics or video, and really sort of learn all you can on how you create these things. And the nice thing is even if you're not getting it in class, there are so many resources on the web on how to learn these kinds of things. Yeah. There are just so many options for tutorials and people who will help and chat groups and all kinds of things.
So they would try to help improve more and study more about multimedia or journalism or so on, right?
Right. Sorry.
It's fine. Okay, you're a part of Pointer Institute. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Do you think that there's a chance that you guys might come to Kuwait or anything, like as in travel abroad to try to seek this field that you guys are in another country?
We do quite a bit of travel. In fact, I'm off to Vienna next week. I have a colleague who's in Madrid. I have another colleague who just got back from Egypt.
Right.
So we do travel all over the world. It's sort of a case of when we are invited, we love to, we love to do training wherever people are interested in and need it. And it's exciting to see what's going on around the world.
Yeah, it would be very nice to have you guys around, honestly.
Yeah, well, it'd be great. I'd love to come visit Kuwait.
Hopefully one day then, yeah?
I've been through the airport there once on my way to Hong Kong, and that's it. So.
Oh, that was it. Oh, you should come visit us sometime in maybe our university.
Yeah.
Hopefully one time. Okay, and a last question. I'm not sure. Did you visit ohmygus.com for our news magazine?
What? Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. I did not. Let me find your link. Tell me about it.
Well, we're trying to make it big, like there's not a lot of people that know about it around in the university, so we're trying as hard as we can to write articles and make it more user friendly, like in order to get more people around. So we're trying, and at the same time we the students, because of our professor, he helps us to do more stuff like writing articles and getting more information and all of that. So we're trying as hard as possible.
Is this a WordPress-based site? Yes, it is. I see. It looks very nice.
Yeah. Well, we're trying. We're trying really hard.
So you're explaining Thanksgiving to.
And as we heard, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Yeah. So we keep updating it from time to time.
So, well, good. It looks like there's. So you're linking to YouTube videos and things like that,
And honestly, this video is going to be on it as well. If you don't mind, we're gonna be putting it.
That's fine.
That we're gonna be putting it on our website in order to let people know about it more. And well, now that you're seeing it, do you have any information that we can help in order to improve this, or because we're still new at it?
I see you have a photojournalism section, and they're talking about the photography club. I will tell you that
Okay.
photography is very, very popular online. Oh, sorry, that's my email.
It's okay.
So I would say it would be a great place to put, for any of the photojournalism students, to put their work up and to create photo galleries and things. There's so much interest in visuals and photography in particular. So I think that would be a great opportunity for the photography club to produce stories and images. I see we have images from the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Is this a video or it's photos? Yeah, good.
We put both videos, articles, even pictures, and all of that. So it depends on what people like, you know. So we try.
Cool. Well, that looks like it was a fun event.
Yeah, we keep posting new events as well, so that whenever something happens, we try to capture it through our mobile phones or whatever. Like we get the information and we try to spread the word. So we're trying to make it as much as user friendly as possible as well. You know, for students around in Gust.
Right. Is there? Do you get many comments and things? Do people sort of participate in the discussions?
Well, not a lot of people know about the website yet because it's still new. So we're still trying to make it official, like everyone knows about it at Gust, because it's still new. So we're getting in there.
Good. Well, that'll that sort of then helps spread it too. And does it have a Facebook page or anything where
Not
people
yet.
can?
Not yet, but it has a Twitter though. So we're
good.
still trying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, well, if you're just getting started, then I think you've got a great start going here. I think you'll sort of, as you find out what works and what's the most popular, that will help you a lot. But
Yeah.
And it looks like you're doing a good job of sort of covering your community, which is sort of the important thing for getting people involved, is to really feel like it helps them understand their part of the world and their little small part of the world. So
Yeah.
I think it looks like a really great start.
Oh, that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
As you go along and have, as it develops, if you or any of your classmates want to talk about specific things or want to talk about, ask specific questions about it, I'd be glad to talk more about it as you go.
Great. That would be great. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. That would be helpful.
Sure. Is it nighttime there?
Kind of. Yeah. We live in Kuwait, so you guys have morning over there, we have it nighttime.
Yeah. So.
You should come visit us though.
No, I would love to. I have not been to the Middle East at all, and I would love to.
Oh.
I would love to visit.
Yeah, it'd probably help explore more of multimedia and journalism in Kuwait.
Yes. I have a friend in Morocco that she keeps telling me I need to come visit her, so that's my next visit I want to do. So.
Yeah, hopefully. That would be nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.